Hi friend, welcome to your practice. My name is Sarah. Today we've got a short sequence for spinal mobility. Our spine, right? It is our literal backbone that holds us up and keeps us moving forward in life. And being a modern human being in the West, we tend to have very linear and static movements, meaning that we go forward and backward, side to side, up and down, but we don't really move in circles. We tend not to arch and round. So that's what we're going to explore a little bit today. It's starting to rain a bit here. So we'll see what happens. We might get a little downpour, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and start in the seat. When it feels comfortable, close down your eyes and place your palms on your lap with them facing down. And just find a nice neutral place to begin. So just softening your shoulders, allowing your jaw to release and your eyebrows to relax. Take a full inhale through your nose. Let it fill your low belly with air, with life. Exhale through your mouth. Good. One more time. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. And keeping your eyes closed, I want you to just start to imagine that you had a thread, a very thin, fragile golden thread attached to the top of your head, your crown. And then imagine that there was a puppeteer that was gently pulling that string up towards the sky so that you can start to energetically find length in your spine. So not so much that the chin starts to lift. You want to keep your chin level with the ground. But imagine from the back of your skull, your neck, your spine was just starting to open up gently, finding a lot of space through the vertebra, right? But trying not to clench or tighten, keeping the shoulders soft. Right, keeping the skin of your face nice and released. Good. Gently begin to open up your eyes. All right. Start with some seated cats and cows. So keeping your hands on your lap. I want you to start to push your heart forward towards me, lifting your chin towards the sky, really arching through the spine. And then gently push your heart behind you, round your shoulders, drop your chin towards your chest. With the breath, take an inhale, arch your spine, push your heart forward, look up. Exhale, round into a cat, chin comes towards your chest. 2 more times, inhale, arch and lift. Exhale to round, drop the shoulders. Inhale, push your heart forward. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, come into a neutral spine, sit up tall. We're going to start to take those circles like I talked about. So leading with your chest, start to push your heart forward, then over towards the right. As you come back, again, you're rounding your shoulders just like that cat spine here. Keep staying in the same direction, start to guide your heart towards the left. Bring it through center over to the right. So taking these big circles here, right? You imagine that you're kind of circling your heart around the base of your spine. Yeah, don't get too worried about if it feels a little wonky or like a new kind of movement that you're not used to. Just start to breathe. Yeah. And then pausing at center, switch the direction of those circles. Right, try not to clench in the fingers, letting them be soft, letting the eyebrows be nice and released. Good. Take about 2 more rounds. You're just opening all directions of the torso and the spine. Good. Pause at center. Sit up nice and tall. This time we're going to keep a long spine. Just drop your chin towards your chest. Start to rock your head from left to right. Just waking up the cervical spine, letting go of any tension that you're holding in the neck. This might be a good place to kind of slide your jaw around a little bit. You might stay here, going side to side. You might start to take a full circle by letting your head fall back between your shoulders and opening through your throat. Now that might start to feel a little crunchy, so if it does, just keep the chin forward. Okay, take about 2 more breaths to move like you, very organic to your experience today. Good. Pause with your chin at your chest. Again, start to roll up nice and tall. Let's come into a tabletop position, all fours. Now, in your tabletop, We'll start with some traditional cats and cows. So take care of that alignment. Your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders, spread your fingers. With the breath, take an inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin and your tail, look forward. Exhale, press into the mat, round your spine, shoulders towards the sky. 3 more times. Inhale, cow pose, arch and lift, chin up, tail up. Exhale, curl into a cat. Take that 2 more rounds on your own. Right, again, finding softness in the face, moving with that delicious breath. Good. We'll meet in a neutral spine tabletop. Keep your hands where they are. Find a plank pose by extending your legs back behind you, toes tucked off the ground. Kick through your heels, reach through your crown. Right, really press your shoulder blades towards the sky. Good. Take a full breath. Now listen close, friends. I want you to drop your knees to the mat and then untuck your toes. Sit back for a modified child's pose. So as opposed to keeping the knees wide, we're going to keep them together. Drop your head down. And we're going to move through some modified cats and cows here. So from this starting position, take a full breath in. As you exhale, you're going to start to pull yourself forward into a cow spine. Keep your chin tucked to your chest, rounding through the shoulders. Pause once your shoulders are stacked over your wrist. Begin to lower your hips towards the mat, unfurl your spine, and look up to the sky. Now we're calling this a floppy up dog today. The knees are on the ground. Okay, if the shoulders are past the wrist, just scoot the hips back a little bit. Drop the shoulders down your back, look up, full breath in. Exhale, come into that modified child's pose, hips to heels. Moving with the breath, full breath in. Let your exhale propel you into that cat spine. Chin stays glued to your chest. Once the shoulders stack over the wrist, unfurl, drop the hips, lengthen as you look up, floppy up dog. Exhale, push it back into that child's pose. 3 more times, inhale here. Exhale, push the hips up, round the spine, cat. Inhale, unfurl, drop the hips, floppy up dog, push the heart forward. Exhale, cat, child's pose, sit back. Full breath in. Exhale, launch into that cat spine, round the shoulders. Inhale, drop the hips, unfurl, look up. Exhale, child's pose. 1 more time, take a full breath in. Exhale, launch into your cat, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, drop the hips, unfurl, look up. Exhale, child's pose. Take a big breath in here. Big breath out. Go ahead and pull yourself into a neutral spine tabletop, maybe walking the knees a little bit forward under the hips. Yogis, you're going to keep your right hand where it is. Bring your left hand to touch the back of your skull with your elbow pointing nice and wide. We'll start to open the thoracic spine here. So as you inhale, start to lift your elbow towards the sky. Push your heart to the ceiling. Exhale, left elbow taps right arm. Inhale to open it up. Exhale to tap. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round it in. This time, inhale, open, pause at the top, reach your left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, bring your left hand behind your right wrist, shoulder and ear to the mat. And then right fingertips, just crawl them out in front of you towards the top edge of your mat. Keep pushing your chest towards the sky. Take a full breath. Walk your right hand underneath your shoulder. Give it a press as you reach the left arm all the way up. Exhale, back down, tabletop. Take a little wiggle, come back to neutral. Left hand's going to stay down. Pick up your right hand, bring it to the back of your skull. Take an inhale, lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, right elbow taps left arm. 3 more times, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good, inhale, open. Exhale to tap. Inhale, open, pause at the top. Reach the right fingertips all the way up. Exhale, thread it through, right hand behind left wrist, drop your shoulder and ear. And then again, your left arm can crawl over your head. Keep pressing the back of your right hand into the mat to spin your chest towards the sky. Take a full breath. Walk the left hand under your shoulder. Press into it as you reach the right arm up. Breathe in. Exhale, drop it down, tabletop. Walk the hands forward just a bit, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And then start to move a little bit in your down dog, pedal the legs, nod the head yes, shake the head no. Release any tension that you're holding on to in the back of your skull. In our downward facing dog, we're finding this maximum length and curvature of the spine. So pause in stillness for a moment. Keep the knees bent. Push your hands forward and down. Stick your booty way up high, right? Like your heart is almost going to touch your thighs. Take a full breath. Good, yogis. All right, my friends, start to walk your feet just 2 steps forward, coming into a shortened downward dog. Your left hand is going to stay down. I want you to bring your right hand to touch the outside of your left leg, maybe the calf, maybe the thigh, wherever you can grab on. And then use that right hand for leverage to start to pull your chest underneath your left armpit, really sending your heart to the sky. Full breath. You got this. Good. Come back through center. Drop the right hand. We'll switch. Bring the left hand to touch the outside of your right thigh. Again, use that hand to pull your heart underneath your armpit. Take a breath. Drop the left hand. Keep walking forward. Come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Heavy the head. Right, measure your feet about hips width, so 2 fists between your arches. And then this time we're going to interlace the hands behind the head, right? Adding a little extra traction for the spine. Keep the knees soft. Maybe there's a sway side to side, or again, a moment to slide the jaw around or flutter out the lips if you want to release on sound. All right, pause at center. We're going to keep the hands behind the head. Soften the knees. Press into your feet really slowly. Start to roll all the way up to stand. 1 vertebra stacks at a time. Chin stays glued to your chest. Breathe. Good. Once you arrive, open up the elbows. Lean your head back into your palms. Push your heart up. Take a little back bend at the top. Full breath in. Exhale, stand up tall. Release the arms by your side. Tadasana. Flip your palms forward. Take a moment here. Roll the shoulders down your back. Beautiful. Let's reach the arms up over the head. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Take a big inhale. Find a lot of length through the sides of your body. As you exhale, reach your hands to the right and push your hips to the left. So a little side bend here. Maybe gaze underneath your left arm. Inhale, come back up. Switch the grip. Grab your right wrist. Exhale over to the left. Hips push to the right. Keep shining your heart to the sky. Good. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands, swan dive over the legs. Slide your fingers to your shins. Take a halfway lift. So you line your shoulders with the hips. Roll the weight into the balls of your feet. Look over the bridge of your nose and squeeze your shoulders back. Take another breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold. Good, yogis. Now, I want you to bring your right hand, your right fingertips to the ground underneath your face. Bend your right knee. Take an inhale, peel your left arm up to the sky, coming into a twist here. Okay, really step into that left heel, open the heart, full breath in. Exhale, swim the left arm forward and down, switch it out. Plant the left fingertips, bend your left knee, and peel the right arm up. And really pressing into the right heel as you open up the chest, full breath. Exhale, swim the right arm forward and down, place it on the ground. Again, halfway lift, inhale, reset. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the ground. Take your right leg and step it all the way back into a low lunge. Good. And then maybe there's a moment here to grab for blocks or just tent onto your finger pads. Good, we're gonna twist here. So squish your right hand down, take an inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Now in your twist, I want you to think about twisting from your spine. So reaching with your heart as opposed to twisting with the arm. So keep the wrists in one line. Take another breath. Swim the left arm forward and down. Plant it outside your foot, downward dog, step back. A little vinyasa here. From your down dog, shift forward into a plank pose, pause. Tap your knees to the mat, keep your toes tucked, bend your elbows, lower chest and chin. So think cow spine. Inhale, slide onto your belly, zip your legs together, baby cobra, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, forehead down, hands and knees to downward facing dog, push the hips up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. Take 2 steps forward, shorten your downward dog. We've been here before. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh or calf as you use it as leverage. Pull your chest underneath your armpit. One good breath. Good. Drop it down, switch it out. Left hand comes outside your right leg. Pull your heart underneath the right arm. Breathe. Come back to center. Keep walking forward, forward fold, Uttanasana, heavy the head. Good. Grab a hold of your hands behind your skull. Again, softening the knees as you slowly roll up. Chin stays glued to the chest. Once you arrive, lift the chin up, lean your head into your hands, push your heart forward for a back bend. Good. Come back up through center. Release the arms by your side. Tadasana, take a roll of your shoulders. Inhale, reach all the way up. We take our side bend, grab a hold of your left wrist. Push your hips to the left, reach the hands to the right. Inhale, back up, switch the grip. Exhale, hands to the left, hips to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, release it down, forward fold, melt over your legs. Halfway lift, fingers to shins, roll the weight forward. Exhale, release. Right fingertips to the ground under your face. Bend your right knee, take an inhale, peel your left arm up for that forward fold twist. Yeah, exhale, swim it down and switch. Left fingers plant, bend the left knee, reach the right arm up, breathe in. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Again, a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, reset. Exhale, release. Hands to the ground, step your left leg all the way back, low lunge, drop the hips. Again, maybe tenting onto the finger pads or using blocks. Squish the left hand down, inhale, peel the right arm up for that twist. Pausing here for a breath. Again, twisting with the heart. Roll the shoulders down your back, big breath in. Exhale, drop it down, low lunge. Downward facing dog from here. Step the right foot back, lift the hips up. Same vinyasa as before. Take an inhale, shift forward to your plank. Exhale, tap the knees, chest and chin, elbows to ribs. Slide onto your belly, baby cobra, push the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once you get to your down dog, take 3 good breaths. Really sending the hips up and back. Push your hands forward and down. Right, find that natural curve and length as you make space between your vertebrae. Take 2 breaths. Good, yogis. From here, we're coming into some spinal waves. So I'm going to talk us through it from downward dog. You're going to lift your heels really high. Draw your shoulders towards your ears. Think cat spine, chin to chest. This might feel a little bit funky at first. You're going to lead with your hips. Again, spinal waves. So think about unfurling your spine, ripple forward into a plank pose, shoulders over wrist. Chin is the last thing to arrive. Once you're in your plank, bend your knees, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. With the breath. Inhale, lift your heels, round your spine, chin to chest. Ripple all the way forward, unfurl the head, look forward. Exhale, knees bend, downward facing dog. Right, find that wave. Think about the transition. Inhale, ripple forward, unfurl. Exhale, bend the knees, crash your wave up and back. 2 more times. Inhale, ripple forward, right? The wave arrives at the beach. Exhale as the knees bend, it crashes up and back. 1 more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Stay in your down dog. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Child's pose, tap your knees wide, toes together, hips to heels, forehead on the ground. Maybe there's a moment to sink a little bit heavier into the hips. Right, give yourself some credit for showing up today, for moving in these very unique and explorative types of ways. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Roll yourself up to sit on your heels and bring your shins together. All right. So moving on from here, let's go ahead and stand on the shin bones. I want you to tuck your toes behind you. We'll set up a camel back bend. Bring your hands to your lower back with the fingers pointing down. Now find some length in your spine. Squeeze your shoulders and elbows together. You want to engage your core to protect your low back. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, gently push your hips forward. Arch your spine, open your heart to the sky, right? Maybe staying here, maybe letting your head fall back to open your throat. You've got one more breath. Lead with your chest, come all the way back up. Untuck the toes, sit back on your heels, hands to your lap, and close your eyes. Right, take a moment here to come back to neutral. Right, that moment after the asana finishes. Okay, how do you feel? How does it feel to be in your body, to move in these really explorative and dynamic types of ways? Open up your eyes. Let's shift the hips to one side. Bring your legs out in front of you, nice and long. We're going to keep the knees kind of soft here, so just a little bit bent. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, melt it forward over the legs, right, wherever the hands want to land. Right, we're keeping the knees bent, so this is going to take it out of the low back, so we're not straining here. Drop your head if that feels nourishing. If you're like me and you hold a lot of tension in the back of your neck, in these forward bends, it's really important to just let go of the weight of your skull. Take another breath. Slowly, let's roll all the way back up. We're going to bend the knees, scoot your butt forward. Now we're going to come into a plow pose here. So if this is your first time doing plow pose, one thing to note is once you're on your back with your legs over your head, we don't want to move the head from right to left. We want to stay nice and safe. So if this is your first time, just go ahead and watch me first. So we're going to come on to the back. And then from here, we'll draw your knees into your chest, hands on the ground, palms facing the earth. And then get a little bit of momentum, enough to kick your legs over your head. Now the toes might just hover off the ground. They might step on the ground behind you. Wherever you are, you can stay. You might bend your knees, find a deaf man's pose with the knees outside the ears. You might start to squeeze your shoulder blades together and interlace your hands behind your back, or bring your hands to your lower back with the elbows bent to support your spine. Now this is a really, really juicy bend. You're kind of stretching the whole length of your spine, especially the cervical spine, which is why it's important not to turn the head right to left. So wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. To come out of this, let's bring the hands to the ground, palms facing the earth. Use your hands like brakes. Slowly start to lower your upper, middle, low back down. Once your hips touch the mat, let's bend the knees. Place your feet nice and wide and let your knees knock together for a constructive rest. Again, a moment here as your spine comes back to neutral, maybe closing the eyes. As you make space in the spine, notice if things start to bubble up. Right? Again, how does it feel to move in this really expansive kind of way? As we create space in the body, we're opening for something new, right? Letting go of whatever's not serving you here. Let's go ahead and walk the feet together. You're going to keep your left foot where it is. Pick up your right foot and slide your right thigh on top of your left, like crossing your legs, just like you were sitting at a table. And then you're going to scoot your hips a little bit to the right. Let your knees fall to the left for an eagle wrap twist, and then open your arms. Now, if this feels like a lot on your lower back, you are more than welcome to unravel the legs and just stack the knees. If it feels nourishing, you can start to look to the right, kind of letting this twist come into the cervical spine. You'll close your eyes here. Take about 2 expansive breaths into your right rib cage. Slowly roll onto the back. Unravel the legs. Take a moment here at center. Maybe there's a windshield wiper of the shin bones. Just letting the spine neutralize before we twist the other way. And then pausing, right foot's going to stay down. Slide your left thigh on top of your right. Move your hips to the left and then let your knees fall to the right. Again, taking whatever option is going to be most nourishing. Close the eyes, 2 breaths into your left rib cage. Gently come back through center. Place your feet on the ground, unravel the legs. Full breath. This time we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Start to gently rock forward and backward the length of your spine, maybe about 3 or 4 times. Nice and slow until you get enough momentum to come to a seated position. All right, we'll close here, maybe sitting on a block or a pillow. Find a nice long spine around the shoulders, down your back. Palms facing down for grounding. If you'd like to receive more sweetness and light as we close, you can flip them up. Take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale it through your mouth. Right, again, we'll start to imagine that very thin, frail golden thread attaching to the crown. We'll find that puppeteer gently pulling on that thread to lengthen through the back of your neck, your spine, while keeping the shoulders soft. Keep your eyebrows relaxed, your jaw nice and heavy. Taking a moment to luxuriate in all of this space that you've created in the body. Bring your hands together into a prayer position. Drop your chin to your chest. Good. Slide your thumbs to your third eye. We bow together. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful, beautiful day.